Can I be honest with you for a second? There were periods of my life where I genuinely thought I was cursed. I thought someone had put a bad spell on me. I thought I was broken. And I'm not even talking about it in some dramatic way. I'm talking about that feeling where nothing seems to ever go right. You wake up stressed. You go to sleep stressed. You're trying, you're working, you're putting effort in, you're trying all these different things to make something happen in your life, but somehow it feels like you're running uphill with a backpack full of bricks. And I'm sure you felt like that too, else you wouldn't have found this video today. The algorithm wouldn't have blessed you with this video today. And then you end up looking around at other people and thinking, how does life seem so easy for them? Why are they so lucky? Why do I keep getting all these setbacks and all these inconveniences? Why does everything feel like a struggle? I know that feeling better than most because I've sat in it for months, years at a time, for way longer than I would like to admit. And here's the scary thing. When enough bad things start to happen in a row, you start building a story around it. A story that life's against you, that life's working against you. A story that you're unlucky. A story that good things never happen to you. A story that when good things do happen, they go sour. A story that other people always get opportunities and all you get is problems. A story that you're somehow behind everybody else. And once that story takes hold, you start seeing proof of it absolutely everywhere. So one setback happens, and then you say, see, typical, I told you, one rejection, I knew it. One bad day, oh, of course, I'm on a bad streak now. Suddenly, you're not even looking for opportunities anymore. You're looking for evidence that already confirms exactly what you believe. And that's where so many people keep on getting stuck. And it's not even because life's hard. Life is hard, but it's hard for everybody. Life punches us all in the mouth at times. But I'm talking about because you've unknowingly become addicted to a story that keeps you small. But nowadays, I look back at my old life and I laugh. Not because it was funny, because when I was going through all these dark times like addiction and death, it didn't seem very funny at the time. It's funny because I couldn't actually see what was happening. Those things that I thought were destroying me were actually building me. The mistakes, the losses, the failures, the heartbreak, the addiction, the debt, the rejection, the uncertainty, the sleepless nights. I thought that life was punishing me. But when I look back now, all that was happening was life was preparing me. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's so true. Because if you took away all those difficult chapters, all those sleepless nights, you'd also remove every lesson that helped to make me the man that I am today. So I want you to sit back and think about your life for a second, because we're not here to talk about me today, I'm here to help you. So I want you to seriously pause for a second and think to yourself, what's the hardest thing that you've ever been through? Now ask yourself this, did you learn anything from it? Were there any lessons with it? Did it make you stronger? Did it force you to grow or to make changes or to move in a different way? Did it show you who you really are below the surface level? Because I guarantee that it did. The problem is most people only appreciate the lesson after the storm has passed, never during it. And by most people, I mean you, I mean me. And this is where it all started to change my entire perspective once I actually looked at it. Instead of always asking, why is this happening to me? I started to ask, what is this trying to teach me? What lesson is there in all this? And that one question changed absolutely everything, because suddenly every setback started to become useful. Every challenge started to have a meaning. Every obstacle contained a lesson, and every bad season during my life had a purpose. Every season's got a reason, and weirdly, life started to become lighter. Not easier, but lighter. Because I want you to be honest with me for a second. You don't actually want a life with zero problems. You might think you do, but I promise you don't. The happiest periods of your life probably weren't when you were sitting still doing nothing. Those happy periods come when you're going through phases of working hard, growing, building, improving, learning new things, becoming more. Because as humans, we thrive off progress. We need purpose, and we need something to work towards day after day, week after week. And the problem is, you've convinced yourself that happiness exists somewhere out there in the future. When I lose that bit of weight, when I make X, Y, Z certain amount of money, When I get into that relationship with that 10 out of 10 model who wants to sit down and get a family with me, when I finally buy that big house on the hill, when I fix my life, then I'll finally be able to be happy. But I promise you, that way of thinking is a trap. Because every time you arrive somewhere, a new destination appears. And then another. And then another. And then another. And that's why I believe so many successful people still feel empty. Because they've built the external life, but they've never learned how to enjoy the journey along the way. Because you're always chasing, never arriving. Always wanting, but never appreciating. And eventually, that catches up with you and you start living from a place of lack. That's exactly what led me along this journey to becoming obsessed with alignment across body, mind, money. Because I realised the goal isn't to build a perfect life where you've already got everything. The goal is to become the kind of person who can handle that life. Body, mind, money. I talk about it in every video because they're so interlinked. Because when your body's strong, you can handle stress differently. When your mind's clear, you interpret challenges differently. When your finances are healthy, you start to make decisions differently. Everything changes, and it's not because life stopped testing you. Nobody stops getting challenged by life, I promise you that. Because you stop collapsing every time life does challenge you. I genuinely believe one of the biggest lies that people tell themselves, and when I say people I mean you, is I'll be happy when. Fill in the blank with whatever you want. You already know exactly what your blank is in that. I'll be happy when. And maybe that's what's keeping you feeling like you're trapped, because happiness isn't waiting for you at the finish line. It never was, and it never will be. Because the finish line always moves, every single time. So here's exactly what I want you to think about. What if life isn't working against you? What if this current season is actually designed to build you up into the person who can handle this next stage of life? What if the setback was actually a setup for the next level? What if the thing that you're angry and frustrated and stressed about today ends up becoming the thing that you're grateful for next year because it helped you develop into the man that you needed to be? Because that's been true more times in my life than I can count on. And I'm sure that it'll be true for you too. So if you've watched this video this far, chances are that something's hitting, something's resonating with you. The fact you've even clicked on this video in the first place today is because deep down you know you're capable of more. Not just more money, not just a better body, a better quality of life. More peace, more confidence, more happiness. Doing more, being more, having more certainty, more control, more fulfillment. And that's exactly why I created the Alignment Audit in the first place. Not to motivate you, because motivation is like a sugar rush. It comes and then it goes. The audit is designed to show you exactly where you're out of alignment across body, mind, money, and show you exactly what you need to do to move forward, because clarity changes lives. So if you want to do it, it's free. It'll take you less than 10 minutes, and the link's in the description of this video. But I want you to remember this. Some of the best things that ever happened to me looked like complete disasters at the time. Maybe that's exactly where you are right now. So I want you to realise that what you're going through is helping you develop into the person that can handle the next level of life. So I'll see you in the next video, but don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to go and do the Alignment Audit. It's in the description, it's free, and it will take you less than 10 minutes. Let's go.